Welcome back, my name's Steve and thank you for joining me on my photography journey. Today I want to talk about a recent addition to my kit, and it's something that I have been wanting for a little while now. I've researched lots, different brands, different options and things like that. Watched numerous videos on the subject and couldn't make a decision. So when I was at the photo and video show recently, the stars aligned basically, and a potential solution actually appeared for me. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about this. This is the new bag in my collection. It's the Vanguard VEO Select 37 BRM, I think. It arrived in the mail yesterday, so this is my first chance to have a proper look at it. But before I do that, I want to talk to you about why I chose this bag, what I've been looking for, and that kind of thing. Like I said, I was at the photo and video show when I saw this. It wasn't one of the trade stands, it was actually a free gift, and I got it for subscribing to the print version of one of my favorite magazines, which is Photo. For a while now, I have been reading this magazine on the iPad, the digital version. I can get it free from my local library. So to be able to get that subscription with a discount and a free gift of something that I was actually looking for, which could potentially be my perfect bag, this was an opportunity too good to pass up. So I've been on the lookout for a decent bag for a while now. As you know, if you've been watching for a while, then I have been using this bag, which is, lean on top of this one, which is the Lowepro ProTactic 450 AW2, I believe it is. And it's huge. Let's just have a look at the size difference between these two. Don't know how well you can see that, but they are significantly different. Now this Lowepro one is great. It does everything that I want it to do. It's great if you're going out for a weekend or something like that, because you can fit all your camera gear, your clothes and things like that all together. But it's a bit over the top for when you go out just for a day, perhaps. Now, there's a lot of bags on the market and they vary hugely in price. I'll link a few videos below of ones that I've watched of bags that I'm quite interested in. So you can check out what some of those other reviews say about those. My list of requirements was, it had to be kind of Goldilocks size, so not too big, not too small. I wanted it to hold a tripod, a water bottle, obviously room for a camera with a lens, a spare lens, space for snacks, or accessories, I guess, depending on what the outing was. So this ProTactic, this is the bag that I've been using for a few years now. It's pretty big, it's pretty heavy. It's 2.84 kilograms. It measures 36 by 22 by 52 centimeters. So it's pretty big, it's pretty heavy, and that's even before filling the whole size of it with camera kit. There's a couple of pockets on the sides here, but there's nothing to attach a tripod to or a water bottle holder. You've got side access pockets here to actually get into the main compartment. You've got a front section here, which is quite useful. So you can put camera and lens and things in the top there. Another section, laptop pocket, things like that. And then let's turn this over. So the access for it is in the back here. It's just one big section that you open up. So then first of all, we have this section here, which has got a couple of pockets and room for a laptop in there. Loads of room, to be honest. And then the main body of it, I've got it set up like this at the moment. So room for kind of camera, lens or clothes in the bottom here. A bit more space in the middle, a couple of pockets in here as well. And then another kind of little pocket with a zip at the top. So this is how I've got it set up at the moment. It works well for how I've been using it, but it's heavy. And like I said, there's no room on it to have a tripod or a water bottle at the side because you've got these kind of side access pockets. What you can do though is have these straps on the front. You can adjust them. There's more accessories you can add to it as well. And you could put a tripod on here, or you could put a water bottle on here. But it then gets a bit bulky. It's already bigger than other bags, and then adding those on to the end gets heavy, gets bulky. And also because you have to lay this side on the ground in order to open it up, if you've got a water bottle or a tripod on there, you're never going to be able to lay it flat and actually get to your gear as easily as you would want to. But in terms of benefits, I can fit everything in there. One of the things that I really like is because I travel quite a lot, it's got a luggage strap on the back and it actually fits under the seat in front of me on an aeroplane. So that is ideal. My work laptop fits in there alongside all my camera things. So that's really handy for work trips. But for a day out, like recently I went to Sheffield Park, so you can have a look at what I did there. And I took this and it's just a bit heavy to carry around all day, basically. So yeah, that's the downside to it. The flexibility is there. You've got plenty of space. It comes with plenty of dividers, so you can divide it up how you want to. The way that I've got it set up works for me. But overall, there's nothing wrong with this bag. It's just a bit too big for me. Let me show you. So this is me wearing this bag. I'm 5'10", which is just under 180 centimeters. And this is what it looks like when I'm wearing it. So yeah, there we go. So then let's have a look at the new bag. Oh, where did I put it? This is the VEO Select. Now, this only weighs a kilogram and it measures 28 by 18 by 39. So it is significantly smaller and therefore it can't hold as much stuff, but it's much lighter and easier to use. There are some pretty cool features on here. Let's have a look. What have we got? Again, we've got the strap at the back for attaching to a suitcase. There's actually a secret pocket up at the top here, which is quite useful. You put your hand in there. And there's also one on the front somewhere. Just in the front there. And then at first glance, it doesn't look as if there are any places to put a water bottle or a tripod. But look how cool this is. Well, first of all, this is side access. That's pretty cool. They're nice zips, actually. They're nice and strong, I think. But this is a pocket, so this is quite handy. But also, what is very clever is this folds out. You've got a little hook that attaches on here. And then, open that up. You actually have, you've got a pouch and a clip, so you can fit your water bottle, tripod, or anything like that in the side of the bag. And then when you're not using it, just unclip that, fold the pocket back up. Let's do it that way around and suck it away. And then you've just got a pocket. Perfect. But let's open this up and see what it looks like. So those secret pockets are quite good for things like my passport when I'm traveling for work, or maybe just car keys or something if I am just going somewhere a bit more local. And then once you open it up, there's a pouch here that is good for fitting my Remarkable in. I've talked about this previously. This is one of my most useful bits of kit recently. In here, you've also got the usual dividers and things. There's this strap in the middle, which is quite good for giving a bit more rigidity to this and allowing a bit more flexibility in what you configure, keeping things in a bit more. One thing I don't like so much is the fact that this doesn't open all the way up, but we'll see how that actually works out. And let me do this one up again, because in the top here, we have this little section here. So you've got a couple of pockets up here, one labeled green for memory cards, one labeled red, so either memory cards or batteries, one ready to use and one used. Comes with a waterproof pouch, but also there is a good amount of space in the top there for a camera and lens. So pop that one back in for the moment and zip it up. Now, how does this look on me? So again, like I said, 5'10", about 180 centimeters. And this is this bag on me. It's a lot smaller than the other one. And it's just a bit more comfortable, I think. It fits quite nicely. So what I want to do now is actually see what I can fit into here, pack everything in here ready for a day out, and then go out and take some pictures. So I'm currently using both of my cameras to film this. So what I'll do is start putting some other bits in here and then use one of my cameras in a moment. So first things first, I need to take my Remarkable with me. So that fits nicely in this top pocket. There you go, strapped in safely. Always need to take some spare batteries with me. Where should we put those? Let's just pop them in there for now. Let's see what else. So this is my handy little pouch here of ND filters. And then I've got my Rode wireless microphone, which I'm wearing currently. Let's take that as well. My strap for when I've got tired carrying my camera. And my capture clip, that needs to go onto one of the arms. So let's just pop that on now. Obviously I would be a bit more careful with positioning this. I was actually heading out, but I can figure that one out a bit later. There we go, that's on there as well. Anything else? Nothing in there. Let's take a water bottle. So let's zip this one back up for a moment. And as a reminder, we can open this side pocket, pull out this, attach that clever little clip onto there. That water bottle fits in nicely. It's quite a big water bottle as well, actually. There we go, so that's in there. What else? Oh, we'll need a lens as well, I think. So let's take my favourite lens, which is, as you may have noticed recently, the 24 to 200mm, which is very handily sat just behind me. So let me turn that over. So good thing about the lens hoods is that you can turn them over when you're actually not using the lens, and it just kind of clips into place like that, and then you can put that in here. So where shall we put that nice section? Here, where it will fit just down there. Excellent. So now I need to take this camera and put that in there as well. So now we have the Nikon Z30 with the DX 12 to 28 power zoom lens that I think should fit quite nicely in here. Actually, you know what? Let's move this lens into the center here, give it a bit more space. And then I've got this whole other pocket up at the top. So let's put this in here. There we go, that fits quite nicely. No, and actually, the rain cover fits in there as well. There we go. Perfect. I can head off with that now. So what do you think of this bag? Do you have any other recommendations? Let me know in the comments down below. But other than that, have a great week. I'll catch you next time on my photography journey, and I'll let you know where I'm off to today to take some pictures. Have a great week. Bye.